What is up, Speed Gaming fans? My name is Adam, aka WX Fan. As I have Speed Gaming on. Wow, I just blew my own ears out. Ow. Hercules, all my ears stopped bleeding. Kidding. So this is Hercules Bench Press. If you all don't know, the man, the myth, the legend. On behalf of myself and on behalf of Speed Gaming, thank you for stopping to watch Attack on Titan to join us here for this amazing right.
I was close to bailing. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty close to bailing because it just sucked me in. But yeah, I had to come and see Scotty and NATSILIDAN, especially after Nats's last race, and just to watch. It's an excuse really to watch Scotty stream and to look at the beautiful mustache he's got on.
I mean,
there.
that mustache is pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Sorry to all the headphone users, by the way. I just like that. I didn't mute because I just caught up on one stream. I've got the Speed Gaming chat up on another, and I didn't mute it, and I heard myself right away. I'm like, oh, that's loud. So sorry, chat. Sorry, Hercules, but we're waiting for the runners to go ahead and kick things off here. It is going to be an absolutely amazing race, and again, just an excuse to watch Scotty play.
Yeah, I am going to drop the flag here, so we should be going within the next 20 seconds or so.
Woohoo!
Depending on delay, of course. So this should be a real good matchup. I think Scotty is sitting at the top of the bracket, and Nats won their last match to as a play-in.
It was a good race. Good
race. They what was their final in-game time? Do you remember?
Was it a 114?
I think it was something like 114, 115, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was around 114, 115. And we are off and running.
Yeah, we are off and running. So
and we'll get these synced up, by the way, for everybody. They're about 7 seconds apart, so we'll get them all synced up.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to see, besides this Adam text, which is really quick in the beginning,
is Scotty just automatically win. Going to go out the store, going to go back to the ship, and there you go. Brand new world record!
Yeah, we're going to do the climb. And, Scotty missed one of those jumps. Oh, but he flawlessly recovers. That was incredible. Those jumps are very deceptive to do really well.
Okay, Nats.
Nats doing real good as well.
Nats didn't miss one of them. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really good. I think the tricky thing that happens with those beginning wall jumps is those platforms are only half of a block high, so to hit those wall jumps is so precise. Whereas like if you look at these like ledge blocks, like the white ones there in the middle of the room, that's like a full block height. So I mean, you imagine having to wall jump off of half of that. Like it's so much less real estate that you're working with.
Yep.
And Nats out of the gate.
Yeah, Nats is keeping up with Scotty. That's already impressive.
Yeah, they're below and right through the beginning of this. This is going to be a real tight race. Hopefully throughout the duration of this. It all depends on luck. And really that's like the big factors, tech smashing and luck. And Scotty is like one of the best when it comes to tech smashing. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I mean, being good at tech smashing is such an advantage in races.
So the other thing too, that if chat's wondering why commentators are being biased, it's because Scotty is the freaking GOAT.
I'm not saying I wouldn't say I'm biased, honestly. I'm saying that but yeah, no.
He's the GOAT of Fusion. He owns the any percent world record with a 110.
Yeah, he is the fastest player. So measuring speed based on the things that he is doing is a very safe bet for the most part. I mean, Nats is a very good runner as well, and I expect that this is going to be a very close race. But yeah, when you have somebody of Scotty's caliber, I mean, that's it's hard not to comment on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, Scotty is he is the best at Fusion. Outside of Hercules. I mean, outside of... Listen, Scotty's mustache knows, all right? Scotty's mustache knows. So, yeah, I mean, outside of Hercules, because, after this, Hercules is just going to casually go run a 109. But yeah, no, Nats is keeping up with Scotty right now, and this is very, very impressive. So
yeah.
Now again, we've seen anything can happen. We've seen it already in this race. We've seen deaths happen at 30 minutes. We've seen them happen about an hour in. Again, it's anything can happen in these races, and because anything can happen in these races, can never count either racer out. If Scotty ends up making a mistake, or if he just gets bad RNG, Nats can pull ahead, or Nats can even win. Like Scotty's ranked #1 in the world here for a reason, and we are going to see both of these runners go ahead and pick up a couple of these extra missile packs.
They both nailed that wall jump. That's honestly could be a little tricky there, but yeah, I mean a lot of this race is probably going to come down to RNG luck.
Yep, especially the first couple idols here.
Yeah, and movement alone. So let's see. Scotty's got 1, 2. He can I-door double. 3.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we got 3.
Oh
wow,
no,
the double tank. 4. Okay, 4. Oh wow, he's gonna take all 3. Here we go. And Nat's the first one through the door, and that right there is an example of how RNG can really affect the outcome of a race.
Yep.
Nats may have been a little bit behind Scotty, but enters the Arachnus eye door first, and now we've got Arachnus, 150 health. Ooh, gets a roll. Scotty not getting a roll. Oh wow, Scotty did not get any rolls, and got the double in there. Yeah, no sweet spot, but gets the double. So a double is. I always feel like we should explain some of this stuff because. Could be the first time somebody's tuning in. So a double happens when we have 2 missiles that hit the hitbox on the same frame, and essentially deals double damage. And when I say sweet spot, there's a location that the Core X or the Upgrade X or whatever we would want to call it there, the Morph Ball Upgrade X. There's a specific spot where it'll stop and spawn in, which was the top middle of the room. So if you were to destroy the core that's flying around in the exact spot that it spawns faster. If not, it has to fly from wherever it ends up being killed into that spot, and you're not able to pick it up until it hits that mark. Kind of like an actor hitting his mark on stage. In the same way of, it's faster if you just have it on the mark already. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So there's going to be like a few things that are going to be done to kind of speed up how they finish bosses, acquire items, stuff like that. And getting a roll there is a bit slow. And Dan picks up the main deck missiles there just for a little extra safety, whereas Scotty chose to ignore them.
Yeah, Scotty's too good for missiles apparently.
It's not a big difference, though. It's maybe like a few seconds just to go and grab them. And, there's what's a few seconds compared to, relative safety in Sector 1, which is missile intensive until you get charge beam.
Against Scotty could be everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Scotty could, he could bonk off of something by accident and, run out of missiles. You never know what could happen.
Scotty, don't go bonk off Ridley this early, please. Thank you.
I mean, his eye door shots there were, he was missing high and missing low, which is, maybe he might be a little cold right now in the hands. So maybe something might, he might misplay something and run out of, run low on missiles, which, if he has to stop and recharge, then, that could play a factor. Another thing that you saw Scotty jump through the door there a moment ago, and the reason for that is he's fixing the door, or it's something called a door fix. So if you jump through certain doors at a specific height and in a specific way, it'll speed up the transition between rooms. And like on that last door that we just saw where the door kind of shifted up and to the left, if you jump through it and fix the door, there shouldn't be any sort of fix there, and it should lead to a faster transition and faster time to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one of those.
And Scotty's already starting to pull away. Scotty's had a
Yeah,
couple of
just a bit.
amazing rooms, just a couple of amazing clears too. Again, it just goes down to, you know, all the timing that Scotty has gotten down to utter perfection. Not saying Nats hasn't, but just Scotty's making this look effortless. Like Scotty could do this blindfolded. Like
this is well.
There you go.
I will say
New
the muscle memory
Scotty,
helps.
blindfolded.
The muscle memory definitely helps. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near Bubsy's level.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you said the mustache helps. Which
it probably does, honestly.
Probably.
Ooh, took a hit there, but doesn't matter. Trying to go fast. He actually tried to shoot a missile and just didn't get the R. Clicked in all the way and just hit it with a little P shot. That was a real clean climb in that pirate room as well. So now we've got Dan, who's or Nats, who is going to be attempting to climb himself and hoping not to get hit by a pirate here.
2
Both
for
their missile
Scotty.
counts doing really
3
good.
3 for Scotty. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, misses the double.
Misses that double. 4. This is a lot of beams for him.
Yeah, he's getting
got the double that time though.
He's getting really crap luck with these eye doors.
He got the double though in the second one, so we're gonna see the double setup here. I believe that was a double. Both of them firing down. Yeah, he got double. That was really clean. Nats, I think only 1 beam so far. Yep. Wow, 1 beam. Not bad for Nats. I don't know if is Nats going for the Idor double strat? Ooh, no. Wow, got that first double for sure. Did not get that one though. That was clean. He got a vertical sweet spot, which is right in the it just had to fly straight up and hit its mark, which is really good. That was clean from Nats as well. Wow. You're gonna see something that Scotty's doing right now with where he's shooting. Oh god, that's so. When I started trying to relearn the run a little while back, that climb that he does there, I was trying to learn that, and the way he does that is he presses up on the I guess it's best to explain this as like a whole package. So the fastest you can move in this game is when Samus is running across the ground. If you jump, it's half the speed horizontally. So you want to be running as much as possible. And those vertical climbs, you're seeing Scotty doing something every time he kind of jumps up onto a ledge, and that's he's shooting the beam or he's like pressing up. And the reason that you do that, which is what we're seeing right now, is it stops the spin animation, so that way you basically kill your vertical momentum by making Samus stand up sooner. So her feet are on the platform. Are you saving
frames by doing that then?
You're saving a lot of frames, because if you were to like jump over if you were to like do the jump all the way through, you would end up being like waiting until Samus's sprite like hits the ground and then it stands up. So by doing that, you're saving a few frames here and there, and that honestly that's a lot of frames throughout the entirety of the run, and depending on where it's used and whatnot, because there's sometimes where like if it's a small hop, that's great, but if you hold it for too long, like you do the full jump, you'll go over where you would want to stand up and like sooner and like just keep going horizontally for a little extra distance, whereas like unspinning sooner is you'll be able to start running, which will save you some time.
Very nice. Good explanation. Is everyone awake? I'm only kidding.
I think they're awake.
How can you not be awake? It's a Scotty run.
Yeah, well, it's a good race, is what it is.
Absolutely.
Nats and Scotty are putting on a show here for us. They're both really talented.
Well, like one of the things that I know, I was one of the ones that commentated Nats last round. I'm not sure if you were or if it was DJ. Whoever I believe it was me. That's what I thought. That was when you literally ran in from work, couldn't go to the bathroom, didn't get anything to eat. Yep. Like, Nats proved that they belong. Like, they had such fluid movement. They were just destroying their opponent. And Nats definitely keeping pace with Scotty.
Oh, wow. Scotty got the charge shot off. So there's something that's... So there's something interesting with the charge beam here. So if you have a full charge beam and you jump in, like spin jump into an enemy. It's called a pseudo screw attack. Essentially, what happens is the damage from the charge beam will be dealt to the enemy and just be used up, which is pretty handy in a lot of situations here. So they're going to be using that for quite a bit, honestly.
It's a good way to help destroy enemies in a run and not losing momentum.
Yeah, exactly. These enemies here, these Zoros, they don't die from one pseudo screw attack, but a fully charged shot will kill them, and the charge beam is pretty overpowered. At full charge, it's fired off in 2 parts, the top and the bottom, and at full charge, each part does separate damage each. So it'll do 10 damage each, and then there's the flare, which does 6. So hitting things, up close and personal, or even with just that fully charged shot, is pretty devastating here, especially in the early going. And throughout most of the run, honestly. I mean, 26 damage is quite a lot. I mean, their missiles right now only do 10, but
that'll change soon.
Scotty going for the unmorph strats here. Another thing, wow, camp, that was clean. Another thing that you'll see most runners do here is they're not gonna, in ball form, they're not gonna want to hit the ground in the ball. Like if you saw right there, Scotty kind of bounced a little bit. So you'll see them kind of fall into a tunnel and, morph closer to the ground. And that's because if they're, I think it's like 3, if they fall 3 tiles heights worth of vertical distance, then the morph ball will bounce off the ground. And if you do that trying to roll into a tunnel like the one that Nats is in right now, you won't actually be able to go through because you'll bounce up off the ground and still have that vertical height. And these tunnels are 1x1 spaces, so it's a faster way to get into those tunnels, as well as to kind of preserve some momentum instead of losing it by bouncing a little bit there.
Scotty, that was the fastest I've seen anybody enter that room. He did unbelievable.
He did R-shot that enemy. I was going to make a comment about that. And then my brain got sidetracked into describing the pseudo screw. But yes, I felt like it was important to describe the pseudo screw attack and why someone would have a charge to begin with and how much it deals. But yeah, the one Zora that he hit when he was climbing, he did something called an R shot, which is where you pull right trigger on the controller to activate the missile, as if you're going to fire a missile. And by doing that with a fully charged shot, it just fires the beam without any issue. It doesn't normally, if you were to let go of the shoot button, while you're holding the charge, it will, so clean. It'll
Scotty
stop.
Was getting a little bit of bad RNG there on the third phase of Zazabi.
Yeah. So but if you were to just let go of the shoot button there, it would stop Samus's momentum and make her stand up. By doing R shooting, it actually doesn't kill Samus's momentum in any way, so you're able to just continue doing what you're doing, and it just fires wherever that arm cannon is placed.
And now it's time for the first interaction with the SAX. We're going to see if Scotty's going to go for it. Oh, we're going to get a skip. Oh,
yeah. He nailed it.
Madman, and hits it.
He nailed it.
Perfection.
Well done. I think they both got similar Zazabi fights, to be quite honest. I didn't count, but I think they were pretty close, similar in jump RNG.
Yeah. So we'll see. Nats in the last race didn't go for the sack skip. We'll
might not.
We'll see, just knowing the opponent, if Nats decides to go for the sack skip, but we will see.
Well, I mean, Nats only has 2 E-tanks, and I mean, the SAX skip only saves 8 seconds.
Yeah, nope.
So, I guess 8 seconds in game time. RTA, it's a little different. I can't remember the exact figure off the top of my head, and it's definitely not worth it in this in like a tournament environment to go for it unless you're like absolutely confident that you're not gonna get hit.
Hey, we've talked about it before. You just have to have, such precise movement to be able to hit that sack skip. Otherwise, it's lights out.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you go
absolutely.
from wanting to save 8 seconds to losing 17 minutes.
I think it's like 16 or 17 seconds, maybe something like that.
Regardless, you would still have to lose. If you do end up missing anything on that skip,
you lose like 17 minutes.
Yeah, you're back to square one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Scotty's basically a robot, so I don't think there was any doubt that he was not going to get that, or that, there was
no. Write that down. Ask Julian, Scotty, are you in fact a robot?
I think Scotty has the record for climbing the.
I think Scotty's listening to stream because he just smiled on camera.
Could be. I think he's got the record for coming into the community and just ascending the leaderboard the fastest out of anybody in the history of Fusion at this point, because like he came into the community and like within less than a month he was at sub 50, and then pretty soon he was bopping JRP, and with he getting like a 45. I think he got the first ever 45, or no, maybe that was JRP, but he got the first ever 44.
That's incredible.
And it just at a point where we thought that we didn't think it could be taken any further down, and he just kept lowering the the time more and more.
And now it's at a 110 is the current world record, which, by the way, again, Scotty holds. And you can see with just some of the skips so far, you already see how far Scotty's pulling ahead. And again, we're getting up to Saris. So again, this is by no means over.
I would say
very much a race. And again,
sorry, he pulled too far ahead though. I mean, he's a little bit ahead, maybe by like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. But that's not that big of a gap, honestly. Like he's got a bit of a lead, but there's plenty that could still go wrong.
Yeah,
plenty of things that'll slow him up. Yep.
Saris, we've seen on multiple occasions. We've seen. I'm trying to think of what else we've seen.
His idle luck hasn't been great either.
Yakuza.
Yeah, his idle luck, it really hasn't been great. I mean, he's gotten at least one beam on every door so far, so nails the first shot on Sarah.
I don't think he nailed it.
Hang on, we'll say, he might have missed. I couldn't tell based on the restream. Or the, no, he didn't. Wow.
It nails the second.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got the second one, but yeah, I think he may have waited like a split second too late, and everything hit the back.
There you go.
He only hit the flare.
Yeah.
Good diagonal double there to set it. Wow, yeah, and just like just robotic and everything, gets a perfect sweet spot, and
Scotty made that up. Clorx his bleep.
Yeah, he. He's gonna do a reverse Saris.
Reverse Saris, do it. Oh, they're gonna high five. Hi.
Yeah, this trick really hurts your hands.
He did it.
Wow, he's gotten it down to a science. Like it takes so long just to get that initially, and the way you have to do that, I mean, that saves, I can't even remember how many seconds, but it saves a good chunk of time. That is not only do you have to do Nat's missing that second shot on Saris. Not only do you have to do like wall jumps underwater to gain like a little bit of height every time, once you breach the water, you have to speed up the your timing for the wall jumps, because you go from water physics to non-water physics. So you go from like being real slow in the water to not being slow. So it kind of like messes you up quite a bit. Dan, Nat's got a at least one double there. We're gonna see Nat's taking the alternative route out, or the I guess the non-alternative route out of the
normal route out.
Yeah. Ooh. Not going to go back across the top. That trick is tough to get, that unmorph there, to try to get a low height through here.
All right, Hercules, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw a little shade at chat. Where is the hype? Scotty did reverse Saris, and there's like no hype in the chat. Wake up,
make him
chat.
Do a capture.
Let's
make him do
go.
A capture test. I love that. He'd fail, probably. He'd either fail or get annoyed that he has to do the same thing over and over again because the captcha test isn't working.
Robot detected.
So now that they've got the go fast item, something that we're going to see them do a lot is when they press down, when they're kind of flashing, use it with the active speed booster. It'll store that speed booster, and then they'll be able to use it into a spark. Which, Dan just missed, unfortunately. But
it is called the Shine Spark.
Yeah, it's tight timing. Jumped right over that though. Nice. Yeah,
nice.
Smart. Very clean to get up there that way too, to get the speed booster again as fast as possible. So yeah, what we're gonna see here, what Nat's doing is gets the low height. So you can spark it up, down, left, or not down, up, left, right, and diagonals. And if you run into a slope with your Shine Spark and you're holding the direction that you're sparking in, you'll actually just catch the slope and keep running with the speed booster, which we saw from Nats on Nats' side there. So speed booster is pretty important. Definitely speeds up the run a bit. Now there are a lot of situations where using a Shine Spark is not faster. You would think that it's the go fast item. It's so fast to just Shine Spark like Scotty's doing everywhere, and you'd be surprised. It's actually a bit slower in a lot of places. Because the Shine Spark has 2 animations associated with it: the startup where Samus leaps off the ground, and the bonk where Samus hits the whatever she runs into. And those can sometimes take longer than it would take to just simply run to the to where you're trying to go. Oh my God, Scotty! I would have hated you if you would have gotten that. He tried to go for Bob Skip.
What skip?
A Bob Skip, which is you store a Shine Spark at the bottom of that room, and then you jump up through the room, and you hold the spark all the way into the room that he's in now to Shine Spark through the barrier. To go through that Garen, and it's really hard. It's only been done by like 6 people.
Wow.
And you have, I think, 15 frames of error, 12 frames of error, something like that. It's really tough, and he does it unpause buffered, which is insane. Does he get he didn't get the spark out of the... He didn't get that out of spark. Unfortunate, but that's also a really tight time one.
Fired, your race is over. You've disqualified yourself. How dare you miss an easy trick?
Something to note there, a lot of players that play this casually, they think they have to run all the way to the door. They actually only have to run to the mark that Scotty ran to, and that's because there's 2 marks to hit. The first one is starts the... or it advances rather the what do you call it, the flag. It advances the flag to the next flag, so it'll start the box fight. Then the one tile after that will actually initiate the rumbling. So if you stop a little before the door, you can actually just avoid hitting that rumbling tile because you don't have to go all the way.
I'm not gonna lie, I have ADHD. When I heard flag, I thought capture the flag. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice. Yeah, I've got ADHD too.
And this is why we're commentating a speed run.
Yeah. So yeah, Scotty got out of there pretty quick. The strat that Scotty used is a pretty fast strat on box there, where you just hug the left wall and just fire straight down into box, and use and just stay inside of his hitbox to take advantage of that instead of waiting for him to open up constantly.
Yeah, now with the level 2 hatches unlocked, we're going to level Sector 6 Knock, which is Knock for Nocturnal, so we're going to the night area. And this is where Hercules, we've already seen one racer unfortunately end their run. Got some unfortunate, just bad luck with some of the cold X's.
That'll happen there.
I mean, normally you have, what is it? Normally it's 1 cold X, but I guess a frame allow the 2 other X's that were down the bottom, unfortunately, just ganged up on the runner.
Yeah, when that happens, it basically, when you get hit by a blue X, what happens is you take the damage, but then there's also like the stun and the knockback, and that will really just kill all your momentum, and it'll knock you back a little bit, which makes you a little bit more vulnerable to potentially getting hit again and again. Something I did want to mention though is when I was saying that shine sparking is not always faster. So the room that you saw Nats from the data room run left, get a speed booster, and then jump off the ledge in the room instead of sparking to the left. That room is a perfect example of where sparking is actually going to be slower. Because if you spark all the way to the left, you're flying past the advanced flag point. And you got to deal with the bonk animations, and it's really like 7 tiles that you're running across anyway. So it's actually, you lose like a few seconds at least to spark in that room. But yeah, as you said, you're already here in sector 6, and those blue X, they do a lot of damage. They do, I think, like 37 or something like that each.
I could be wrong.
57.
I thought it was like 69.
69 sounds right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 69 sounds right, because I remember there being something like memey about how much damage they do. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Chat, that'll be probably the only time that Hercules says that today. Clip that.
Yeah. I'm a big
only
fan
kidding,
of memes.
Hercules. And now we're getting the second, so we're
Nice.
getting, well, I wouldn't call it the second sack skip. Oh yeah, this is the second sack skip. Alright,
Yeah.
Scotty, glitch out of bounds, let's go. Glitch out of bounds, teleport, do a thing.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, Scotty taking the safer route there, shooting the SAX, and then just going through the crumble blocks.
It wasn't initially. So that jump up, I think he meant to unmorph there, and then he didn't actually get the unmorph. Real clean moving through here. Let's see how many beams. 1. Wow, another just 1. Okay.
And again, what you're seeing here, Chad, is something that's kind of like not surprising. Once we had charge beam, you saw the runners really not using missiles and just using charge beam. It's because, like Hercules said earlier, you just get so much more damage with those 3 phases of the charge beam here early when it's in this mode before we get wide beam.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, this boss is a perfect example of using all 3 just to deal more damage. I mean, it only takes 4 charge shots to kill Mega X here, and that's because you're jumping into the center, taking damage, and using those iframes, so that way you can release the charge shot directly into the hitbox to deal all 3 parts of the beam as damage. Uh-oh. No, don't take that way. There you go. There you go, Nats. There you go, Nats. Real good.
Oh, Nats. I was wondering what he was doing.
He missed the ledge there just a little bit, and thankfully he was just shooting the the blue exit preemptively, hoping that it didn't see him, and thankfully it didn't. Now he's out of danger though, and Scotty's on his way out, not afraid of those blue X anymore with the Varia suit.
The barrier suit. The SAX is right here. What are you talking about?
Well, he no longer has to be afraid of the blue X.
The stupid, stubborn SOB is here to blow up a wall because it's in its way.
Nat's getting this skip
Nicely
real
done
clean.
from Nats. Yeah. Easy missile for Scotty. Easy escape for Nats.
One thing I've commented on, and like commentated a lot of these like races and a lot of these runs, and the one thing that never ceases to amaze me is just, I mean, it's so hard to just hit literally everything, like every technical portion of this game as you're going through it, because the runners just move so quickly through it, like from one thing to the next, that it becomes virtually impossible to just mention literally everything that every little thing that goes into these runs.
Nat's getting a really good pattern.
Yeah, it got a real good fight. I guess the other thing we should mention is that when they got super missiles, they really didn't have to. They really don't worry about Idors like ever. Nope. Idors only have 25 health, so hitting all 3 parts of the beam kills
super
it.
Missiles, I think, do 30, right?
They do 30, yeah. So 1 super missile at the Idor will kill it as well. So it's probably safer to use missiles at a certain point, just in case you don't hit all 3 parts of the beam. But both options are available to both runners now.
And now,
as of Sector 3.
Yep, and now Scotty is heading over to the only sector that we're going to go to 3 times here in the any % run, and that's going to be Sector 5 Arc. I don't know what happened to Nats there. That was just bad.
The freezer. No, that was fine. He probably just missed the jump. That's all.
I like how Nats just called it the freezer.
Yeah, I called it the freezer. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I can see it.
That's all it is. It's what it is.
I
It's
just
just
never
a big
heard it
walk-in.
called the freezer before, and it's like a very appropriate name.
Yeah, it's a big freezer. It's just a big walk-in.
It's just a big walk-in. As someone who has worked in restaurants for 10+ years,
yeah,
he's not wrong.
I've worked in a restaurant or two, and I guess not necessarily a restaurant, but like a place with walk-in freezers that served food. So
yeah,
it's a perfect place to take a nap.
Nap or summertime. Where'd Adam go?
Exactly.
Nowhere. I was getting prep out of the freezer, I swear.
Yeah. Hide yourself behind some boxes.
Yeah. I was just getting these chicken wings over here, boss. Don't worry about it.
So we got Scotty here, shooting through the wall and killing these waivers. These waiver patterns can be really trolly. Thankfully, he didn't really get trolled too badly when it came to those patterns, because there's actually one pattern that will hit you if you're not careful and make you have to go back to the room before and start your speed boost again just to get down to the lower part of the room. But getting to yellow doors, no problem. And I think we're going to probably see him try the Jagger strats here to do reverse ice missiles. I would hope at least one attempt. Yeah, here we go. All right, we get reverse ice missiles, at least one attempt. And if he fails, it costs 30 seconds. It's all right. Will he go for it twice, though?
Come on, Scotty. You know you want to. Oh.
Nah. One attempt is fair enough for really any race. Reverse ice missiles, when we went by in-game time, that trick saved one in-game second. And Jagger, or good old Jagger G, was the pioneer of that. And he very boldly stated, in the future, everyone's going to be going for this strat. And, it's really not... It's really kind of worth it to go for, really, if you're looking to shave off some time. Because right now with RTA, it does save a lot of time to get reverse ice now. A lot more than just that one in-game second that it would save before. But it's definitely worth it to, especially in a tournament, to at least try once. And who knows, if you get it, then great. If not, then you might be out 30 seconds. So we've got, they're both, Nats is keeping pretty good pace with Scotty here. I mean, Scotty is on his way out a little bit, and his missiles did get a lot worse by picking up those ice missiles. But
sorry, Hercules, I laughed at chat.
Yeah.
Heavy Arms said, Sector 5, Frozen Food Company. Yep, it's frozen.
Yeah, sure is.
Now we'll get our first look at Nightmare here behind the windows. You gotta see the shadow. Huh?
You say nightmare?
Nightmare.
Oh, okay. I thought you said nightmare, and I was like,
I don't think so. I'm sure Chad will clip it, just like the Metroid, Prime Rando people. I apparently miscalled a, what do you call it? One of the runners, their name was Inner Slice. I said Exo Slice because they were fighting Exo. Whoops.
I know Inner Slice.
Yeah. So, alright, chat. You have been quiet so far. I want to see some hype. It's emergency in what, chat? I don't see enough spamming going on.
Yeah, post your dogs. Everyone post your dogs.
Let's go. Emergency in Franker Z. Let's go.
I see a lot of dog faces in chat.
This is weak compared to yesterday, chat.
Admins, if there's any cats, your discretion.
Your discretion. Banhammer!
Emergency in Franker Z is a very dog-friendly environment.
As we have to go deal with boiling lava.
Yeah.
This is not dog-friendly.
Yeah, no, this is easily the most skill-intensive part of any run. The Infusion is this area, because there's so many tricks that are done in this one area. you know, there's a pseudo screw that we just saw. There's an R shot that Scotty just did as he fell off the ladder. He's got hit by lava and got knocked to the left. But he's using oh man,
no.
if he would have gotten that, that would have been so sick.
Scotty.
No, he's fine. So if you hold up and left as you're climbing the ladder, you'll climb in the direction. But if you get hit, that's my favorite part right there. Those two missiles, firing diagonal missiles, turning around, firing another one, and then climbing them that quickly. Like, this area is it's so technical and it's so satisfying.
It really is. Well. It's really fun to watch. And this last room here, you're gonna freeze one of these little hoppers. Take that, jump it up to the eye door. Scotty is not having any good luck with these eye doors at all.
He's not, and it's really benefiting Nats here because Nats can, if he gets better luck than Scotty on some of these doors, that was a double, so that's a tough look. Oh my God, nice double. These clean doubles are really making up for those unfortunate RNG spikes in the run with these eye doors. But it is helping Nats. If he gets good eye door luck, he can close the gap even more.
And now, before Hercules tells us a little bit why the wide beam is a little bit worse in terms of damage, good job, chat.
It's better.
I appreciate that, chat, with the emergency and Frank Aziz. Well done.
No, it's still happening.
I thought somebody the other day...
We have emergency on that screen. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, at least we got more than 2 people to do it this time.
Oh, no, it's fine.
So, I mean, look, I think you were the one the other day that said, like, the wide beam itself, like, doesn't it lose a little bit of damage?
No, that's plasma. Wide beam actually becomes a bit stronger.
It's plasma, okay.
Each bit does 15 now, and this climb out of here is just so nice coming out. Oh, man. Oh, beautifully executed. Oh, beautiful.
Nice escape out of Red Tower. That's right. I renamed a room.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is.
I mean, it's the Metroid Fusion Red Tower.
Yeah, sure is. But yeah, wide beam is each bit at full charge does 15, and you still got the flare. So max you could do is 45. When they get plasma, it'll get reduced to 9 because it does damage per frame. And unfortunately, no beams for Nats. Let's go, saving those frames. Can he get double though?
That we shall see.
Yeah.
Come on, Nats, do it. Oh, nice jump, and that's 1.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, he did miss the first one.
No doubles.
No.
Yeah, no, you can see the missiles thinking off the eye. But he got sweet spot, so that's fine.
427, though. That's really, really good for an emergency.
Yeah, 427 is really good.
So what does it? Oh,
426.
426 for emergency in Sector 3. I almost said Sector Z.
Sector Z is good enough.
Now we get into the
animals.
The animals part of the run.
Yeah.
The ASPCA thanks all of you for saving the animals. And if you'll need the commentators, we're gonna go have a drink real quick. Because now we're just gonna take a nap.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a lull in the run, to be quite honest with you. It's weird that it's you get all this, especially like an action-packed technical portion of the run there like that, and you get just a part where you're going back to main deck to get the animals. Like, I get it story-wise, and it introduces plot elements, but
it's just not. It's nowhere near the amount of craziness we just saw with the emergency in Sector 3 segment. And
I will say, impossible strat is the first thing I'm going to say. That Scotty just got, which is really nice. But I will say, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. Where like they're basically in the eye of the storm, where they've weathered the storm so far for the most part, and then after emergency, they kind of went to the eye. Oh, the monkey ran by the door. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, this is like definitely like a lull, and even when they go back to Sector 5 here to get power bombs, I mean, they're still in that lull, like right before like the boss rush. So I mean, they right now is kind of like downtime for the most part, and then they're gonna get to the other side of that storm.
Yep, so basically what that means, we're getting the animals, we're going back to get our power bombs, we're gonna have one fast escape from the SAX, and then we're gonna make our way back to the ship, and then it's on. It's like Hercules said, the boss rush. What do we mean by that? We're gonna go to Yakuza. Quickly, we're gonna go to the the SAX chase, or they chase the SAX chases Samus, and then after that, we're gonna go fight Notori, then fight Nightmare, and then Samus is gonna start breaking rules.
Mm-hmm. She's always been breaking rules, though.
Bounty hunter. Listen, the Federation may or may not be fighting you, and I don't mean the WWE.
I mean, WWF.
True. Wrestling Federation, that's true. True.
Yep. But right now, they're about to high five yet again. Boom, there it is.
High five!
So, I mean, it's still a pretty close race here. I mean, Scotty is in the lead, but I mean, there's some room here where that Nats can catch up. If they keep playing as well as they are.
The Yakuza fight, the Notori fight.
Yeah. So there's a thing that I feel like I should mention that we're going to see Scotty do here probably, that we've been seeing both of our runners really do, is they do a small jump onto the platform right like that. And essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to land that on the elevator. And as they land, they're pressing down to try to activate it.
Yep.
And that's a way to just kind of, jump with a speed booster, maintain that speed, and then, quickly transition into using the elevator. Really bad animals here. Wow. Really bad on Nats. And that's really unfortunate because those animals, they could, I've run this game for dang near a decade, and perfect animals is so tough to get. I think I've only ever gotten perfect animals like 3 or 4 times in 10 years. It's that rare to get, and most of the time those animals are going to troll you. It's unfortunate because you can't control them in any way. You can't manipulate them in any way. And if that door opens and one of those little blue guys is running right by the door, you're like, there goes a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. We got power bombs on Scotty's side. We're going to do an SAX chase. Well, kind of. Not really a chase, more like an assailant off-screen kind of thing. Ooh, laid it right before the end of the ramp there, perfectly placed. And look at that. You just get one shot, very comfortable. Rolls with that. That's well executed.
Wow, nice escape from that room too.
Yeah, Dan.
And now Scotty's going back here into the freezer.
Yeah.
Maybe gonna go play with some icicles, making even more ice. Scotty, the room doesn't need ice.
Ooh. Something interesting here. When they run through the door, the only way that they're able to hit that gate and get a speed booster like we just saw, the way they're doing that is typically you wouldn't be able to do that if you were to fire as soon as the screen transitions. So what they're doing is they're carrying they're starting in a very specific spot, so that way they don't get the speed booster too early and run into the gate. But what they're doing is they're angling the cannon diagonally up and carrying a charge beam through the door. And what they're doing is they're releasing the charge beam button. And what that does is that allows the beam to fire on the very first frame through the transition. And that allows them to hit that button and not bonk into the gate. So that way they can maintain their speed and get a speed booster to save some time.
Yeah, and as Scotty and Nats and Scotty high five in the Sector 5 navigation room, Scotty is about to head back to the ship.
Nice speed boost, or Shine Spark, rather.
This is where things and business starts picking up.
I can't remember if that Shine Spark is actually slower, to be quite honest with you. I think it's close. It's definitely one of those ones where it's close. I know that.
Really? I would always think Shine Spark, with just how fast you move, would always be faster.
Yeah, I think that one is actually. I think that one's close when it comes to not Shine Sparking and Shine Sparking. I don't remember the exact values, and I could just be talking out of my rear end here, but You know, I think that one is pretty close, and it might actually be. I think it really is that much slower to Shine Spark. It might actually be faster.
Scotty gets the nice, easy hit there, and now good drop here in long room.
Yeah, no platforms hit, and then
just
gets that
barely lets that power bomb go off.
No, he had plenty of time. That was that power bomb. I mean, you'd be surprised. You don't even have to see those blocks get touched as you're leaving the room through the transition for them to be destroyed. There's a lot of leniency when it comes to that power bomb, and as it's going off through a transition.
See, that's interesting because when I was watching one of the races, the power bomb went off, and I think it touched one of the two of the blocks, and the second block didn't break.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it has to at least touch it in some way, and if it doesn't, then kind of unfortunate. But yeah, you get some leeway.
I'm thinking Patrick saying touch to everything at the jellyfish exhibit. Don't mind me, chat. It's been a long day.
Seeing Scotty ignore these pirates. We'll kill this one though, because it's a guarantee that the pirate will spawn on the thing above, so he doesn't have to worry about fighting the pirate on that next area that he drops down to, and then dropping some power bombs to clear out these blocks. Let's see what he gets here for eyes. Ooh, one. It's like he's like paying attacks every time. So we're going to see him as soon as he hits the ground. He's going to start firing and jumping up and firing. By him jumping up, he's scrolling the screen up, so the missiles aren't despawning. So he's able to. Oh wow! Okay, I couldn't hear. I thought he actually got the
round Yakuza.
Oh,
one
nice!
Round Yakuza.
Yeah, 2-round Yakuza is really nice.
Oh, is it 2? Technically 2? Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, because he crawled around the room twice. Oh, we got a double. He's getting doubles on that. Wow! Are you kidding me?
Why?
He's getting doubles.
Scotty,
jeez, oh man!
Did Yakuza do something to you that we're not aware of? Why the abuse?
What a savage!
That is abuse. Okay.
Oh, he's out of missiles.
The X have feelings too, Scotty.
Oh no, that double tanked and he ran out of missiles. He's having trouble here with these doubles on this for some reason. He was getting perfect doubles on. He was getting perfect doubles on the Yakuza head, and then just. The double ability just left his body. It just was exercised from him for a little bit there.
F's in the chat.
I don't know what it was. That was a really good fight. That was a real good fight.
Yep. Auxiliary power back on, and now we are ready for the SAX escape. Because the SAX, this is the first time that, if you're actually playing this game casually, this is the first time where you actually have to truly confront the SAX. And it doesn't just, the SAX doesn't just go off screen. Yeah. You don't have a choice. You can't get by this room here on Scotty's screen without actually interacting. Oh, no!
No. He did that on purpose.
Did he?
Yeah. So when he entered the room, I was actually going to mention this, but he moved too quickly. So if you lay a bomb like at the very beginning of that transition there, it'll actually aggro the SAX to you. And instead of it having to fall and freeze it and then jump over it, it allows you to just kind of do a space jump right over it and then just run into the next room. It's actually, I think, slightly faster. I don't really know the numbers on it, but I think it's pretty similar. But I mean, it's just an alternative way to go through that room.
Create a cheat sheet for this game for the numbers.
My brain was the cheat sheet. Oh man, these eye doors.
I think Scotty's gotten one or two eye doors with no beams.
I don't think he's gotten a single eye door with 0 beams. Actually, I think
Sector 6.
He's paid. Oh, maybe. No, he had one there too. Every eye door, he's had to pay at least one shot of tax.
Nice Yakuza fights.
Yeah, really good.
Nat's got a 2-round 2. Nicely done. Nat's not trying the doubles though. Come on, Nats. How dare you not try doubles?
Those doubles are tough. Those doubles are tough. Yeah. And that's why I was so surprised that he was nailing them as much as he was. That's a really good strat that I really just haven't practiced. Funny thing about Yakuza that you don't really think about, or the casual runner really doesn't think about, is that jumping into his We saw both runners do it, jumping into his grip there and then wiggling out. It actually cancels the him crawling around the room. So if you do it while he's up at the top of the screen, it just resets and will either open his mouth or go right back to crawling around the room. So it's actually advancing the fight a lot faster. And then Scotty picking up Plasma Beam on the other side there, fighting the Golden Chozo statue there, the immobile one, standing on the right side, making sure he doesn't get hit, and just peppering it with missiles to speed up that fight. So we're going to see Nats now going after the SAX. We'll likely not see Nats lay down a bomb there. Or, well, at the beginning of the tunnel, rather, on the next room.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nats do the same thing. Nats will not. Gonna take the regular spot for the SAX, freeze it, and jump over.
So, yeah, you can see the kind of difference there where Scotty jumped over and then Nats had to kind of freeze it near the door. And then just... Ooh, uh-oh. No. Oh, no. That's all right. Scotty looking a little frustrated right now. I feel like the run is not going the exact way that he wants it.
I mean, Scotty's thinking to himself, I should have been done by now. I should be on the beach with like a martini in my hand.
I think that it's definitely like small things. I feel like at this point that are, he like small kind of like minor things that, he knows that like he doesn't make those mistakes. He's right, like,
it's the small technical things like you've been mentioning this entire run. It's just, oh my goodness, he's doing this through it. He's doing the space jump all the way across.
He got it. Wow.
Ooh!
That's amazing.
Nicely done.
That's incredible. That's really well done. I was hoping he would do that when I saw him like not store the spark, but wow,
nicely done.
That's really nicely done. The trick to that is that you have to through broken doors you have to be traveling upwards vertically. So you have to be jumping up through the broken door basically, or else it'll put you on the ground and just you won't have a shine spark anymore. It'll just stop whatever momentum you have and just like plant your feet on the ground with 0 speed. Like, broken doors are weird. That was really well done, especially to carry it all the way through the crumble blocks. Really, really well done. Yeah, his one beam tax even on the nightmare door. We see Nats picking up Plasma Beam now too with a really good fight of his own. Nightmare, this is the one you kind of like on low percent. If you were to play this on low percent, this is the one boss you really wish you didn't get a beam upgrade for like beforehand, because it makes, if you were to fight Nightmare with the wide beam instead of the Plasma Beam, you'd actually be doing a lot more damage. The hitbox for his face is only 1 deep, so you're not actually like, it's like very surface level, so you don't actually get to reap the benefits of the the damage per frame that Plasma Beam offers.
1 round phase 2 Nightmare fight. Nice from Scotty.
Yeah, we're getting Nats will be.
He was getting ready to go back for a second round, and like before he's got a chance to get back in position.
He's starting to get a little out of sorts there with some of these doubles. He's getting a little bit ahead of himself.
And I definitely think that's, again, part of the technicality here that I think Scotty...
He's just trying to play too fast is what it is.
Maybe he saw himself on a possible world record pace or whatever, and just unfortunately started making some
not with these
uncharacteristic mistakes.
Not with these iders. There's no way he was on world record pace with this idor luck.
No. And here we go, chat. Now that the boss rush is over, Samus is about to go break rules.
Yeah. We got, we've got Gravity Suit now in the nice purple suit, and be working our way to red doors and getting diffusion missiles and working towards the end of the game here. Boss rush is pretty much over at this point. I mean, we've got 1-2 bosses left in the boss rush, which is, not too bad. But yeah, for the most part, the boss rush is almost at its end here. Ooh, Nat's having to get the backup here. Gets the backup first try, which is really nice. Still gets the spark across these rooms, which is really good. And yeah, real good hitting that backup first try. And we got Scotty going for it. Did not go for secret message, rightfully so. Working his way out of the lower sector 4 area. Gets the freeze on the fish. Saves a little bit of time there, making a little platform for himself. Very nice. Very nice movement we're seeing right now from both of our runners. Ooh, nails that space boost through the cargo there. Now we're gonna see Nats dealing with Nightmare on the left here, and Scotty gonna be picking up diffusion missiles here on the right.
Scotty's almost done at this point. Sorry, Hercules, for leaving you there. Had to
No,
go
you're
chat
good.
with my wife. Had to go chat with my wife for a second.
No, you're fine.
So while we have the Nightmare fight going on the left, Samus breaking her second rule here. First was unlocking the level 4 hatches. Second is getting the diffusion missiles without authorization. Scotty, without authorization. What a somewhat bad yet good segue. Oh, Hercules. I just called him Scotty. Chad, I'm tired.
I must have missed that, sorry.
I think so. I don't know. Anyway, we have, this is a good chance for all of us to tell you that you follow these amazing runners. !R and !C in chat to follow the runners and the commentary team. And we have a lot coming up here on Speed Gaming. A lot more diffusion, not diffusion, saw the wood in chat. A lot more Metroid Fusion runs coming up. Ton of Super Metroid randomizer stuff happening. And tonight at 8 p.m., yours truly will be hosting a Metroid Prime randomizer tournament recap and preview show for the tournament going on over there. And that'll be on the main Speed. There is so much Metroid going on, Hercules, and you love to see it.
Oh yeah, of course. And I can't think of a better way to make a day better than watching some of the content that Speed Gaming has to offer.
Like Speed Gaming Live 2023, gonna be an amazing time.
You're seeing Scotty now going back through Sector 6. Going to be going to these restricted areas now that he's basically fully powered. The only thing that's really missing is Screw Attack and Wave Beam. We're going to be getting those in real short order here coming up. We're basically at the end of the run for the most part. Like 2 of these bosses left, and then the SAX and Omega at the end.
Yeah, are we looking at a 113 for Scotty? 114?
No clue. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's possible. Thinking maybe like a 113, 114 probably. With how he's playing right now. And this is actually a lot faster. Yeah, the movement through that room is so clean and fast. It's actually, you would think sparking up through that room is faster. It's actually faster to not and do you freeze the menu there.
Yeah.
And yeah, those little bugs are called menus, by the way.
Wow. Scotty making quick work of Xbox. Nice 2-round Xbox fight. Misses
Is he going for doubles?
again. Again. Misses the double yet again.
Ooh, no doubles. Unfortunate, but ooh. Good thing he didn't get hit there. I'm pretty sure that was in kill range, if I remember correctly. I think Beam does like 108, right? I think. I don't really remember. I think I would know because I've died to that thing many times, but that is a very a very risky strat to go for, to say the least. All right, now we're getting the destruction of Sector 0 here.
Rude.
Will he go for the lineup here? Does not go to line them up. Wow. Real good jump though. Ooh. Unfortunately, gets bumped, so won't be getting a good old 56 or 55, but gets out of there real quick. We got Nats now getting out of Sector 4. Just got the fusion missiles. So we're working his way towards Sector 6 now. And Scotty's going to be working his way to go fight Ridley. And now he's got Wave Beam. It's just Wave Beam. There's nothing actually special. It doesn't increase damage. The only thing that it does is it allows you to shoot through walls. So they're still dealing 9 damage per frame at fully charged. So if all 3 parts hit, they're going to be dealing 27 damage per frame, and they're going to be using that to just shred Ridley's health. To fight Ridley normally, like with just missiles, it takes 100 missiles to kill Ridley. And using the plasma beam, or wave beam rather, at this point is it's a lot faster. Especially if we're going to be seeing them firing diagonally through Ridley, and the reason for that is it allows the beam to stay inside that hitbox for just that much longer to deal, any additional damage that they can get. Frozen enemies here are good, so you can just kind of jump through them and just go right through them. Yeah. Ooh, did not. Okay. Surprise.
Like you said, this is really the first boss where Plasma Beam is really going to feel the impact of. Using it, rather.
Yeah, the last two bosses that they fought was not really like beneficial for Plasma Beam, unfortunately.
Nope. And Scotty makes easy work of the Golden Guardians, aka the Ridley.
Yeah. The way those things work is the game only checks. Wow, he finally got a door that didn't give him a beam. Yeah, the way the Golden Pirates work is the game only checks to make sure that you're facing the same direction, so you can fire from the front and turn around and face the same direction, and it'll deal damage. So that's how they were dealing damage there. And you see Scotty just firing diagonally up through and just shredding Ridley. One more and he should be dead.
Good night, Riddlers.
Ooh, downward double? No. That wasn't a double either. Dang. These doubles are really hard to do with the fusion missiles. Of course, I say that, and Scotty nails one immediately, and he gets another one. Yeah, the fusion doubles are pretty tough to hit. Every time you get a missile upgrade, doubles get just a little bit harder to hit. The reason for that being is the cooldown for them increases each time. Oh, no pacifist. Reset. New run, please. But yeah,
Nat's got wave beam.
Yeah, but yeah, the essentially the cooldown affects the timing every time you get a new missile upgrade. So when you get to fire those missiles, it really changes the timing for that that double setup for each each fight, depending on which missiles you have. Ooh. Scotty here is going to be working his way towards the Sector 1 navigation room.
Hercules and I are trying to stay awake.
No. It's been a long day for me. Long day doing nothing.
Wow, nicely done. I like that. Long day doing nothing.
Doing nothing makes you more tired than you expect.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. But we're going to see him going to Sector 1 to do the long dialogue to kick off the very end of the very end portion of this game.
See, Hercules has done nothing all day. I've gone out to breakfast with friends, picked up dinner, casted a best-of-3 CS match, here commentating, and then I still got a host tonight. I'm hoping for a nap.
Technically, I haven't done anything.
I like it.
The version that my fiance is going to hear is that I vacuumed the entire house and cleaned the house and did the dishes.
Chad, are you agreeing with Hercules? Yes.
I'm gonna do that in like 20 minutes after after this race.
Chat, so clip that. The version that his left fiance and in his clip vacuumed it and did everything else, cleaned the house, washed the dog.
She'll never see that. I'll do it in like 20 minutes.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. Weekends the weekends are the only days I don't work, so
there you
gotta enjoy them while I can.
That is true. I miss working.
All right, so yeah, now Scotty is.
Xenon said no one ever.
The internet never snitches, right?
Yeah, said no one ever.
Right. Nats just jumped through a frozen enemy, of course. We've got eyes on Scotty's screen.
Royal, keep it civil. I was kidding. Jeez.
Yeah, come on.
I was trying to help a brother out over here. Jeez. And Mike comes in with gibberish.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, Scotty's going to main deck now to finish the game. Really, struggling with that last elevator though.
Yeah. Nats is about to go take care of Ridley.
Yep. Unfortunately, getting some shots here. He got the one shot tax that Scotty was been following Scotty the entire time, and nearly gets the perfect bomb placement.
Yep. So Scotty up here on the main deck at 109. Looking to he's gonna have a really good run.
It should be like a 114, something like that, or 113.
Just a lot of bad RNG with the doors early.
And Nats is getting trolled by Ridley right now. He keeps turning around on him.
Wow. Just so rude. Before the end of the run, chat, make sure you please go follow our amazing runners. Chat, post, ! R to follow these runners. Especially, again, let's get some hype in chat for Nats. They've put on an amazing race here. And ! C in chat to follow the commentary team.
Scott, you can still beef this. That was real clean to use the diffusion flakes though to set it up perfectly.
Nice sax fight.
Yeah, it was a real good setup. Nats is screw attack now, going for oh wow, nice fight from Scotty. Just does not. He just went full genocide on those rippers. Scotty, that's one double, I think. I don't know about that one.
Schmade is here. How'd your race go this morning, Schmade? How you feeling? Any better? Hopefully you're feeling better. And here we go, propulsion sequence activated. 3 minutes till the station explodes.
All right, kicking it off here. Last elevator now. Scotty sprints to the exit.
Can you imagine if by accident that the Omega Pirate accidentally brings you down to 0, which should always be automatic? How funny would that be?
I don't know if it'd be funny.
For us watching, it might be funny, but if you're running, you might want to break the game.
Yeah.
I believe it's hard-coded. It's hard-coded to always give you just 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Or 1 energy.
The swipe. Yeah, on the swipe for sure. If you get, as long as you get hit by the swipe, running into it, it's a different animal though. Like you could run into it and die. Still.
Yeah.
Which you never know. Could happen. Scotty could go for Pogo here. You never know.
Pogo?
Nah, no Pogo. Boo. Then again, it's more common to see Pogo in like 100% when you've got more health.
Fair.
As long as Scotty grabs the X here and does not run into Omega, he will be fine. Nats enters the long-winded text. Scotty does the correct thing and grabs the power-up and the stun lock. Very
nicely
clean.
Done from Scotty. Scotty's going to finish with a 112.
Yeah, he is. Wow. Be like a 112, like 37, something like that. Ooh, 112.35. Holy cow!
Nicely done.
That's
GG's.
yeah, that's really well done. Oh my god. Done.
Yep.
All right. Winner.
Scotty is 1, and Nats is still going.
Wow.
Can't blame them at all. So we'll continue to commentate on Nats' run here.
Official time 112.36.
Unbelievable.
Which is really good. Especially
Best
for a
time I
tournament
think
run.
we've seen this race already.
Well, yeah, definitely the best time we've seen this race for sure.
This tournament, rather.
Yeah. What did FPiz get this morning? I know he bopped JRP, or at least it sounds like he did.
Who played this morning? I'm trying to figure that out.
I believe it was FPiz, right? Or was it someone else?
No, that was Schmade versus Monkey.
Oh, it was probably Monkey. Oh, Monkey did it. Monkey beat JRP's time. He got a 111.484.
Wow.
Which
so
is
Schmade lost, huh?
really good. Yeah. I would say so.
Schmade, listen. All right. I'm just going to say this, Schmade. All right.
Monkey with the bop. Wow, 4-second bop with JRP.
Played with the while being sick. So therefore, Schmade should get a redo.
Monkey owns Scotty. We'll see.
Wow, bench picking sides. All right.
All right, Nats going up now to start the final fight.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, Scoots.
He's still here.
GG, Scoots.
Thank you.
Sick mustache.
Thank you.
I mean, we've been commenting on the mustache like for quite some time now.
It's a sick look,
yeah,
bud.
I overheard a little bit of it.
Chat wants to know: are you in fact a robot?
I haven't checked recently, so I don't know.
They want you to do a CAPTCHA test.
All right, throw it at me.
Scotty, I'm disappointed to see that you didn't go for Pogo at the end. You didn't want to, flex or do anything special.
I didn't want to risk running into Omega.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, especially with only like 3 tanks.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much of a risk in any percent, I think.
How frustrating! Were you getting a little frustrated there with the eye doors?
A little bit. Let me see. I got 16 beams. That's a little below average, but it's all right, I guess.
I think every door was giving you at least like 1. Like it would make you pay like an eye door tax.
Yeah, quite a few eye beams, especially at the start. But that was also because I kept missing doubles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, true.
Which I guess is a different issue entirely.
Well, I mean, you had a couple of insane doubles on Yakuza.
Yeah, those were really good.
Yeah,
not
and then,
necessarily
the
core X, but on Yakuza.
The core fight, yeah,
real fun.
That was, yeah. I think you ran out of missiles on that one.
Yeah, I ran out because I couldn't hear Yakuza whether he opened his mouth or not on the first round.
Oh, right.
I was just shooting missiles up there, hoping that he was up there, and then just wasted a ton of missiles doing that.
Nice 45.
Thank you.
Wow, nicely done.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you firing. I saw you kind of jumping up there, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Nats hit it. Nats hit it.
Oh, that's
a good low
Nicely
height.
done.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't hear either whether or not Yakuza opened up. I thought for a second that it had, but yeah, I could definitely see that contributing to running low there at the very end, especially when going for doubles there and maybe like tanking a few or
I started like counting how many missiles I've shot during that fight so that I know like when Yakuza is actually dead and I don't overkill him in phase 1. But just shooting so many just completely ruined that.
Yeah, that's fair. Nats hits the mark and gets the stun lock.
Yep.
It's the diagonals.
Nats gonna finish with a 117.
Yeah, 117, like 35 basically.
Nicely done.
Or 33. Yeah, 117.33. Wow. All right, GG.
GG's.
It was a good run. Nats actually was keeping up pretty well for the most part throughout this entire race. I really think that probably a lot of like RNG was kind of like it made it kind of go back and forth the difference.
Mm-hmm.
It was that, and when you started pulling away Scott in Sector 2.
Oh wow.
I mean, after that, it was just like you were just gaining more and more space in between you both and your friends. And then
how much time do you think you spent practicing your text mashing, Scotty?
I don't know if I've done deliberate text practice. I just make an effort to remember what text boxes are like.
Right. We got Nats joining us now. GG Nats.
GG Nats.
Quite the run that we had.
Shaking.
You nervous?
Proud of this run.
Oh, nice. I'm glad you're proud of it. It was a really good run.
It was a really good run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. The race was actually pretty close for the most part throughout, like the majority of it. I mean, there was points where you were not that far behind, but there was
one point you were even ahead.
Yeah, there was.
And that lasted until Arachnus, went into his ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that first Idor was really it was a real good point to indicate like RNG can definitely affect the run.
I think I got 6 beams there.
You got destroyed on the first Idor.
Yeah.
I will say Nats definitely got very lucky with a lot of those Idors. Dev, I don't think had as many I-beams as you did, Scotty.
I would not be surprised if he had fewer.
I think he probably did. To be quite honest, I'm not sure. I wasn't really keeping track of either of your Idor shots there, but just the eye test in memory, which for me is not great, but
Yeah.
Well, we'll say, I mean, Nats, I mean, you're saying that your hands were shaking. I mean,
yeah,
it definitely sounds like
for the whole race, and my heart
the whole
is pounding a lot too. It's really funny because I never had in my practice run a start like this. I was speedrunning the game like 1 year and a half ago, and when I was G-roasting it. Until I jump, I was 45 seconds late. And when I saw that I was just 10 seconds late, it was, whoa. I can really PB this one. And maybe, I don't know, beat Scotty, but... and
was this a PB?
Yeah, it's a PB 1 minute ahead.
Oh, nice.
That's a very nice
That's
PB.
awesome. Congrats on the PB.
So yeah, I'm really proud of myself on this one. Just because it was a race, I did some really weird stuff, like in SAX in Sector 2. I was completely bad, so I had to go in the other room to skip the part because I was scared of just die. And
we don't blame you.
And for easy tricks, like just going after the Sector 4 in leveling down the water. I can't.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. It's okay. 1 minute PB, it's fucking great for me. So it's okay.
Yeah.
And I will say, I mean, your next run, you'll just save all that time that you lost on those 2 parts, especially when you nail the trick the next time. So like, it's just free time save at that point, which is awesome. Yeah, I will say, watching, I think those are really the only 2 like parts of the run that I really remember. Going like, oh no, like just like missing the like not getting the spark in Sector 4, and then yeah, like you said, the SAX escape after Yakuza there. The missiles somehow not hitting that block was it's tough, but hey, sub 50, that's really good.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Nicely done.
It's okay. Is that your first sub 50?
I think maybe. I
Yo,
don't remember
go.
being sub 50 ever, so
welcome to the club.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
Well, I want to
this
ask
was-
one thing to both runners, Hercules, before we're done. So,
Oh, go for it.
this is to both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Give us something, one thing of the run that you were really proud of. Like one thing, either you nailed something technically you were happy with, if it was a skip, if it was RNG. Like, what's one thing with each of your runs that you were very happy?
Maybe my light split was really good. I hit the last Shan Spark at the end. That it's hard, and SIX was really great. I managed to freeze and shoot every time. That I can't really do that always. And in general, all my run was really great. And I heard last time that I need to jump on Yakuza, and it saved me a lot of time.
Awesome. Scotty, what about you?
I think I was just happy to get Nightmare Space Boost.
That was really
always
nice.
Cool to get that.
That was really cool.
I saw you drop down, and I was like, "Oh, are we gonna see the space boost?" And that was really clean to get it all the way through.
Yeah, I've been
really
implementing
clean.
that into runs, and it's always fun to get.
Nats, don't forget if you're going to submit the run, if you're running on emulator, Vicious is reminding that to show the firmware and everything else, you need to submit the run. So
I
should try to do that at some point.
I don't I don't touch everything on my on my screen.
Fair enough.
That just after.
Fair.
And it puts a little pressure on my next opponent.
Yeah.
That I'm training a lot, and I can do better than this. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome
well, I'm excited to see your next run. So I believe that with this, Nats, you're going to be going to the losers bracket, and Scotty will be moving on to the winners bracket. Correct?
Correct. Scotty's taking on Baria in round 3, and Nats,
let's go.
I think, is taking on Kaio, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he's against Mike.
Oh, he's against Mike Food.
Mike Food. Ooh, nice.
Oh boy,
it would be fun.
A nice, delicious dub for Nats.
Yeah, it is going to be against Mike.
All right.
That'll be a good race.
Nats is going to eat all of Mike's food. Just cleaning his plate. I'm sorry, the name is it's right there.
Yeah.
Anything else from any of you all?
Yeah, I was about to say, are we? Is there any closing comments?
Not really.
Cool.
All right. I'll get us on out of here. Hercules.
Yeah.
Thank you for commentating with me. Always a pleasure. Scotty and Nats, thank you both for the amazing run. So make sure you all stay tuned to all the Speed Gaming channels. The bots already put it up in chat. Go join the Discord so you can find out all the races and everything else that we have coming up. For Scotty, for Hercules, for Nats, I'm Adam, aka WX. We'll see you next mission. Latest, peoples.
Bye.
Bye.